Hi everybody, let me grab some ink. And I guess everybody a few minutes to get on. It has been a little bit of a day, but that's okay. I wound up working a little later than what I had originally planned, and that's all right too. That's how we roll sometimes. We try to provide great customer service, so that's what we did. Hi. All right, let's start. Let's stamp a little bit. My name is Brenda Sellers. I am a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator, and I love stamping. This is the third of my series of Stampin' Up! Workshops for my Christmas suite, or my Christmas series, I guess you could say. So I have 4 cute, fun little cards, simple, easy to do. I hope that if you so choose to join and place an order for any $35 order between now and Sunday, I will send you enough consumable products to make 2 of each of the cards that I'm making tonight. I will do the paper cutting and run it through the emboss or stamp and cut and emboss machine, that kind of stuff. I cannot stamp the images. So if you want to make your card to be exactly like mine and you need the stamp sets, go ahead and order with the host code that I'll provide in the comment section, either in the Facebook post that I'm doing now or in the YouTube comments that I will share after the live. And I will send that to you, or so you'll get the products to do 8 of each, not 8 of each, 2 of each of the 4 cards that I'm making. There we go. Also, while we're talking about this, I love stamping. I hope that you do too. And Stampin' Up! Has decided to do a great promotion right now, and that promotion is to be a demonstrator. You do not have to sell. You can get everything on your wish list at a discount, and everybody loves a discount. The discount is 20%, so it pays your tax and a little bit else if you live here in Tennessee. So right now you can get the demonstrator. I'm sorry, let me slow down and collect my thoughts. You can become a demonstrator and get that discount for $75. And what that means is you can order the starter kit for $75 and you get $125 worth of product for $75. So any product in the current catalogs, the 2 current catalogs, the mini that goes from July to January, I hope I'm getting my dates right, or the annual catalog, and place your order for $125 worth of credit or product, and you only pay $75. They ship it to your house for free. Great it's a discount. That starter kit usually costs $99. So that's a great deal, great bargain, and you get to be part of the Homegrown Stampers group, which is my group. And as you can see, I've got a box sitting on my desk right there behind me. So I love a discount. I love offering discounts, and I just want to be able to offer that to you. I try to post in my team group all of the files for the cards that I make so that people have those. I'm starting to do a little better with that. So that's how we go. But tonight is all about the workshop. So let me show you how to create 4 beautiful cards. You can take the layouts and use them on your own cards. and let's just have fun. So let me turn the camera facing down. So if you get dizzy or seasick or nauseated with moving cameras, close your eyes for just a second and I'll let you know when you can open them. So one moment while I move the camera. Hi, I'm still here. Now you're seeing my ceiling. Wiggle, wiggle. Rotate. There we go. Now we're on the workstation. And there we go. All right, now I know where to focus the cards. Okay. All right, for our first card, it is using the Snowman Season. There's that one. And we are going to pull in. Sorry if you hear the vibrating. I forgot to turn off the notifications. Sorry. We're going to make a cute little card using the Snowman kit or stamp set. Move some of these Stampin' blocks out of my way. All right. That is the Stampin' silicone mat. It just helps me with that adhesive. Sometimes it doesn't want to roll, so I just lay my paper on there and it helps me get the runner started. So I'm folding this piece of Balmy Blue cardstock in half. It is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I use the bone folder to get me a good crisp fold so that it lays down flat. Now I'm going to lay that to the top and I'm going to pull in a piece of basic white cardstock and my Balmy Blue ink. Open that up and lay it right there. And these cute snowflakes. Lay those down. And I know that I'm going to use this cute little snow guy. And I need the words, "Let it snow." I'll just go ahead and pull those off so the paper quits rattling. All right, there's me a block. So on this, I am going to stamp, making me a background here. So I'm going to stamp all the way around the edges on this. And you can stamp off your paper so that it doesn't look so uniform. And I know that the center part is going to be covered up, so I don't have to cover that with anything. And I'm just going to twist my snowflakes a little bit to give it a little variety. Come down here. Twist them around again. There we go. Clean that off so I don't lay my hand in it. Then I'm going to use a piece of Balmy Blue. It's going to go right there, so that's why I didn't have to cover the center. So, but first I'm going to stamp on this, and I'm going to, I got the wrong snowman. Hold on just one second. That little snow guy is going to be on the other card. And I need my black Memento ink, which is right up here. And I'm using black because I'm going to color it a little bit with the Stampin' Blends. Stamp it close to the top. There we go. And then let it snow. It's also going to be stamped in black. If I didn't have so many pieces of grid sheet underneath me to provide a little bit of cushion, I would get one of the foam cushions or something to put underneath this, because this is the polymer stamp sets. So I feel like it needs a little cushion to be able to give me a good clear, clean stamped image. So, but right now I've got a stack of grid sheets there, so it allows me to have a little cushion, and I feel like I'm getting a good stamped image. So otherwise I would have a piece of foam or something underneath there. Clean those stamps off. All right. Close up that ink pad. Now I'm going to pull in my Balmy Blue Stampin' Blends. And I'm just going to give this a little bit of color. I'm just going to go around the words here a little bit to give it some dimension. You don't have to do this. I just feel like it's going to give it a little extra little something other. And on this one, I'm using the light. And you can do this however you want to, or not. Color in his little feet. And then change the tips. I'm going to use the brush tip on this part now and just color in some of the snow up here and make it look a little colder. Goodness, somebody's chatty. Add some around those snowflakes. You can do as much or as little as you want. I'm going to get the pumpkin pie and color his nose. add just a little bit more up here. All right, so now I'm going to layer that on this piece of Balmy Blue that is cut 3 by 4. And then add some more adhesive to the back of that. Center it on our white that we turned into a background. Then we need to put some adhesive on the back of that so we can put it on our card base. And then I'm going to grab some rhinestones. Let's put some rhinestones on here. Let's use some of these little ones. Let's make it look like he's juggling some rhinestones up here. Add one right there. I'm going to put one down here in the corner. Actually, I'm going to put 3 down there. There we go. All right, there's that card. Let me grab an envelope. And we're not quite ready for the envelope yet. We need to, this card's light enough. You can write on the inside, but I like to add a little piece. So let's grab back out our Balmy Blue ink. Hi, thank you for joining me. I can't tell who it is. Oh, it's Angie. Hi, Angie. I love these little snow guys. So I'm going to add some snowflakes right there in the corner for the inside of our card. And then put this on the inside. And then to make a matching envelope, let's get the air bubbles out of there. This one is courtesy of, it says Anything But the Wind, Paper Craft with Me. Let me see. Oh, her name is Tracy Elsom. She created this design in 2019. So you can find anything you want to look for on Pinterest. I'm just telling you. So I am going to make this envelope match. So pull back in my ink. These are for a workshop that I'm doing tonight. So I'm making 4 cards. So just an online workshop that I had advertised in October. Make our envelope match. So what I did as my order special is for customers who place a $35 order, they will get the product to make 2 of each of 4 cards. And so they just have to place a order using the host code. And then I will send them the material, but of course not any stamped product. They'll get the paper that's already cut and dimensionals and like the rhinestones to be able to put their project together. If they don't have the stamp set, or if anyone who purchases any product using the host code doesn't have the stamp sets that I'm using, they can make their designs however they want using the layouts that I've got. So there's the first one. Now let's make our cute little second one. This one is a little different. It's a cute design, I think. I'm gonna start with a piece of thick basic white cardstock. And then we are going to use our Stamparatus. And I'm going to lay the thick white cardstock right there. With the Stamparatus, you do not want your magnets to touch. And because these are polymer stamps, I need to get the foam. It's not sponge, it's foam. So let me pull that back off. Hi, Sharon. It's good to see you. I hope you're feeling better. Let's lay that down. Put that there. Put that back in the corner. And then my Let It Snow is going to go right there. All right, that's how I get it where I want it to be to start with. Actually, I'm going to move it over a little bit. Let's move him over just a tad. And then I've already got a piece of Designer Series paper. Yep, that's going to be perfect. A little bit more. And I'll show you how we're going to walk him down the page. So we're going to stamp with Flirty Flamingo. So for this one, just going to, need to get it. Oh, you can see it. Okay. Going to ink it this direction. Tap. Make sure it's got it. Oh, I see a little blank spot. But when you're using the Stamparatus, if you don't have enough ink, you can always lift it up and start over. All right. That's good. Now, since I want it to come on down my page, down my cardstock, I'm going to lift this up out of here and move it down one spot. Put some ink back on my stamp and try to keep it just on the stamp and not on the plate. And stamp it again. And lift it up and do it again. Should have stamped it, right? There we go. Up and down. Ink. And over. And you can see I'm touching the plate with the ink pad, so I'm being careful not to touch the plate over there. And I did this out of order. So one more time. And there we go. And now we're finished with this part. So I'm gonna put that back to the top and pull out. This is the great thing about the Stampin' Chamois. You can pull it right out of, I keep it in a plastic case. So I can just pull it out of there and clean it off. And then, yeah, it walks it down the page. It keeps it lined up all in a straight line. Oh. When you pull it out, you get ink all over your hand, or your hand wet. All right, so that part is done. Let me lay that back out of my way. So now I'm ready to add my piece of designer series paper. And again, because this tape runner is a little stubborn for me, I always use it on that silicone sheet. And when you start on the silicone sheet, the adhesive does not stick to that. So I'm just going to kind of center this how I want it on the card front. There we go. And if you feel like it sticks over, which this one seems to, just grab your paper snips and you can trim it. There we go. All right, and we're not done. So let me, got a little ink right there. Oops. Probably from my fingers. Imagine that, right? So now I need my piece of basic white that I had. It ran away. Hold on a second. And that is this snow person. Stamp him right here. Oh, didn't get him good enough. Make sure it's not wanting to get the center of his belly. There we did. Magic paper, people. Magic paper. It has two sides. How about that? So before I do any coloring or anything, I am going to pull in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And we are going to cut him out in a circle. Just like that. Pulling in the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And last night I showed a little trick with the paper trimmer, but I'm going to use the same trick with my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. When you get your when you line up your cut where you want your dies to be and to hold it in place, grab you a piece of Post-it note or a Post-it note, just lay it on there on your paper and the die, and it holds it right in place. And then continue to make your sandwich. So for the mini, it's this number 1 plate and 2 of the number 2s with your paper and your die in between these two. And just run it right through there. You might have heard the little creaking. It did not break anything. Oh, and we're not done. So let's set that to the side. And then up there. I need a piece of this Flirty Flamingo, but this is too big to run through, so let me cut a piece off. Oh, that piece is too small. Snap. Cut my circle at 3.5. There we go. That circle is almost too big to go through there, but it will. And because I don't have to, I'm not lining it up around a design, I'm not going to use the piece of Post-it note. I just need to make sure I get my whole design on there, or the whole piece of paper. Come on, go through. Alright, and that gave us the circle that I wanted. It's a stitched circle. These are stitched shapes. Closing it up softly so it doesn't pop in your ear. All right, there's our little snow person. And now, let me grab my Flirty Flamingo. And I've got Balmy Blue there. Hold on a second. I don't have Flirty Flamingo. We're using Calypso Coral. So, but his nose is going to be pumpkin pie, because they always have a carrot nose, right? We'll do these the dark colors. You can dress your snow person up as much as you want. I'm going to switch tips. Way I can control it a little bit better. And then I'm going to make him have a dark balmy blue hat. Then I'm going to color the snow down here, a little light color of the balmy blue. The little tree and his buttons are going to have some shaded or light balmy blue on the buttons, some shaded spruce on the tree. It looks like a little Charlie Brown tree to me. Well, okay, now I can lay these colors out of our way. I'm still going to put some more on him, but I'm going to finish at putting them together before I add any Wink of Stella. And those two circles just layer together very nicely. I'm going to grab some dimensionals. Had some. They ran off. One moment, please. Add some dimensionals on the back of this. I watched a video last night from one of my favorite stampers in Australia. Partly because I love their accent and partly because I love their designs. Her name is Kylie Bertucci. She was funny making her husband's anniversary card, and he was in the other room watching the video, and he is a supporting demonstrator for her. They stamp together sometimes on video, and that man, Bruno Bertucci, loves dimensionals. So she was making the card as big and bold, and she probably layered, I don't know how many, probably a whole sheet of dimensionals on that card for him. It was so funny. So now, because snowmen are sparkly, let's add some Wink of Stella to our snow person and make him be sparkly. And I didn't do that before because I didn't want to wait for him to dry before I turned him over on my mat, because I've already got sparkles on it from doing that before. Because sometimes I'm just not patient when it comes to crafting. And I'm just trying to keep it off of the cloth. Well, what's supposed to be cloth, his scarf. And then just add a bunch of glitter down here. Because snowmen sparkle, right? And that piece of designer series paper is from the Peaceful Cabins designer series paper, and it has sparkles in it too. But we're going to add some rhinestones to give it some more sparkle. There we go. Can you see the sparkles in there? Hope so. And then my take your pick tool. Start Say It Run Away. And just move to the top of the disc. So let's put a big rhinestone down here. And let's throw a medium one right there. And another one over here. There we go. And then there's obviously plenty of room to write. And we can stamp the inside. Let's stamp it with Flirty Flamingo, hoping the season builds heartwarming memories. And I probably should have done that before I colored the snow person with the glitter, but that's okay. Lay them up there for a second. Putting some of these back so I don't lose them. All right. Just laying it on my grid paper so I kind of get it halfway straight. Make sure I've got it up, right side up. There we do. Get my ink. I had to figure out where I laid it. I found it. There we go. That's done. And then there's some little baubles in there. Let me grab those just one second. I call them baubles. They look like little air you'll see. And that just adds a little something something. There we go. And then I'm going to put those on the envelope. So let's lay that to the side so I don't get ink, any more extra ink on it. Let's run this across the envelope. Trying to keep my finger out of the way, but make sure I get a good solid. There we go. So now we have 2 cards and envelopes. So now on to our next one. Clean off that. Lay it out of the way. So for our next one, let's, whoa, dropped the pieces. Okay. We are using a piece of Pacific Point forgot to score that. Just a moment. Got my scoreboard on the desk right behind me, so that was easy. Hi, somebody else has joined us. Thanks for joining the party. This one is going to be super, super simple. I start with a piece of Pacific Point. It's the same measurements for all my card bases. Hi, Carrie. Then this is a piece of Designer Series paper from the Pretty Cabins. Let's go ahead and adhere it. And I just, because I'm going to add to the front of this, I just add an extra little strip of adhesive. You don't have to. I just don't want it coming off in the mail. Not that it would. Okay. And then on this one, I'm going to stamp my sentiment. And for that one, I'm going to lost my stamp set. Just one moment. No, that's not it. Like I had it just a second ago. There's my peaceful cabin that goes with the Designer Series paper. Found it. It's under my next card. Using a sentiment from Best Year, and we're going to say warm wishes for a happy Christmas. That's what happens when I tried to be a little bit organized and I failed miserably. It was where it was supposed to be. Let me get my Pacific Point. There, and we're going to use the tailored tag punch. Turn it upside down so you can see where you're punching. And then I'm going to use the same punch and punch it on another piece of Pacific Point. And I'm going to show you a trick. I'm going to cut that in half. You don't have to cut straight. I mean, it might help if you do, but you don't have to. And then I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of this. And give it a little bit of an outline. There we go. And then it's time for some dimensionals. Right. I feel you. That is so true. When you organize, you guarantee you can't find anything the next few minutes. Like, okay, I'm going to lay this here because I know I'm going to use this with this stamp or with this card. It'll all be right here. Yeah, it was right there. And then just put this on the card. I'm going to put it up here. Nope, I'm going to put it right down here. And that is letting my designer series paper do the talking. Then I'm going to, I have a piece of basic white that's 5 1/4 by 4. So let's stamp on the inside of that with our Peaceful Cabin. And its sentiment, I'm going to say, may you enjoy the peace of this beautiful season. Oh, there's some dies. You can tell I didn't put those away last time, but I did get them out of the reach of the cats, so that's the important part, right? And I know that they go with this set. And I'm not adhering that to the inside of my card yet in case I don't stamp exactly like I want to. That's not straight. See, double-sided. Okay, my paper's straight-ish. And I still didn't get it straight. This side's more straight. All right, we're done. More straight, straighter is the correct term, I guess. Clean these stamps off. Add some adhesive. And when that's on the card, you won't be able to see through it to see that I have doubles. And goodness, what is up with me tonight? It's going to go down. It's fine. There we go. So there is card number 2 or 3. Now I can't count. It's really getting to me. So let's use that piece and do our envelope because it matches the little stars in the sky here. So let's grab our Pacific Point again. Set that up that direction. So let's go. You can put as much or as little on the flap as you want. I think it just helps say, hey, I did a little coordinating card and envelope for you. There we go. Now, this one, ooh, that's juicy. I'm glad I didn't mash too hard. when I was stamping. All right. Next one is one of my all-time favorite ones that I've made 2 so far. And I love this design. So let's stamp. So this is Early Espresso. So we can lay it to the side. This is some of the cork specialty paper. And we need our Stamparatus again. We do not need to say let it snow because we are going to use the cabin. And because the cabin is on a cling set, it has its own cushion, so I'm going to take that out, put that down. Put the cabin where I want it stamped. And I'm going to say for you, so I'm going to stamp them both at the same time. And I'm going to have the little fox running across, so I can do it all at the same time. So just close the lid or the clear plate. And now let me find my Early Espresso ink. I'm sure it is laying right in front of my face and I cannot see it. It's not right there. Sorry, like I know that I used it just last week. I had it packed for a little trip. Found it. Sorry about that. Sorry about the delay. All right, that's what I get for trying to be proactive and get things ready, and should have waited a few minutes. All right, so we have our little fox, and let me scoot this over so that it's all in the viewing. If you don't have anything else on your desk, like your computer top, that you can use as a prop for your plate so that it holds it flat for you or up, you can lay your stamp case underneath there. So those are good, and they're clinging to the plate like they're supposed to. So I'm going to put some ink on them. You can stamp on this as many times as you want to get that as dark as you want. Push down. It didn't get my fox. It's probably because he's close to the hinges. There he is. It takes the cork a little bit to absorb in the ink into the paper. So I'm going to use my heat gun to help dry it a little bit. All right, let me do the cabin a little bit because it's missing some of the details right there. And it's for you. Okay, that's got ink where it needs to. Fox and 4. There we go. All right, I'm satisfied with that. Let me clean off the cabin because let's add some trees. All right, I'm going to dry that plate. And now pull in our trees. And I'm going to put that all the way. I'll put our trees right there. So I only need to get ink on those two. And then now I want to turn it around because I want trees on this side of the cabin as well. Actually, off the plate. Or the stamp pad. Ink. Stamp. Ugh. I have a good tree right there. Careful not to press down there because I've got ink on the plate. So okay. And then need to wash my stamping chamois. It's getting my hand all good and inky. Now I'm going to dry that a little bit with the heat gun because it does take it a long time to absorb. So hold on one second. Could be a little loud. I'm sorry. You just want to be careful and not burn the cork paper. So now I'm going to put that on there with adhesive. It's just got a slick back, so just one side has the cork on it, or the cork look to it. Oh, goodness. Lift up. You're not where I want you. All right, and now, oh, and that got ink on my paper. See, it wasn't, or my silicone mat, it wasn't completely dry still. So what I'm going to do now is pull this in, and we're going to use the stitched shapes again. And I'm going to use the very smallest circle and run it through on a piece of early espresso. Now I'm going to cut this circle into quarters. So cut it in half, just eyeballing it. Oh, but I did pretty dadgum good. And then cut it in half again. Now watch. I'm going to put one right here. Let me get my Stampin' Seal. Where is it? I declare, when I do start organizing, I lose stuff. Found it. So the seal is just a little bit stronger adhesive than the Seal Plus, I'm sorry. So this is going to go in the corner, just like that, to make it look like photo corners. And it also is going to hold that corner down. There we go. And it doesn't make it look like I got that as crooked as I did. All right, and because this is early espresso, you cannot, unless you have a white marker, you won't be able to see to write on the inside. That's okay, Sharon. The cork isn't everybody's taste. So we need our piece of basic white. And I have it laying here somewhere. Well, I did have it. Hang on. So I'm just going to put some, my hand is all inky. And I just ran out of adhesive in that one. So I'm going to be very careful and not touch the front of this card. So there is card number 4 for tonight. So, Peaceful Cabins. Oh, there's our envelope with that little guy. And let's see, what can we stamp on this one? We can do the tree. I don't want to do those little snowflakes. Let's do the trees. And our brown early espresso. And we are going to stamp that. One tree right there in the corner on the front. So there's that card and envelope. Our cute little fun snow guy. And then this cute little fun snow guy. So I will take pictures and post them all together on there. So, all right. Thank you for hanging with me. Hope you enjoyed the class tonight. So remember, let me turn the camera again. See what you're seeing. Oh, I'm upside down. Woohoo! Hang on. Now I really made you go for a ride. There we go. All right. Hope you enjoyed the class tonight. I will take pictures and post them on the Facebook, and you'll be able to also see them as the front page of the opening video. So remember, the special is order using the host code for $35, and I will send you the material that you need to make all 4 cards, 2 of each card. And then if you don't have the stamp sets, you can make whatever you want with the use your stamp sets that you've already got at home to create your own little cards. So have a great night. Hopefully I've explained that right. Let me say this again. Use the host code that I'm providing in the details of the video. I will send you the materials, the consumables, to make 2 of each of the 4 cards. The host code will be in the description. I'll post it in just a few seconds, or in a few minutes, when the in the details. And then so you can use your material, your stamp sets that you already got. But I will cut the circles that I used on this card so that you can stamp whatever design you want in there. And Sharon, if you place an order and you don't want the cork, I can substitute that for something else. I will be generous. So have a great night. I can use another piece of designer series paper from that set. So have a great night. I will post the host code and the link to order and all that fun stuff in just a few minutes. And remember, the special for November from now till the 30th is if you want to join as a member of my team, you can get $125 worth of product for $75. So that's a great deal that Stampin' Up is offering right now. So anyway, have a great night, and I will see you soon. And yeah, I don't know if I'm going to go live from the cabin. We might say hi. We might jump on and say hi. So that would be fun. So I will see you soon. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for hanging with me. It's been about an hour and a half to do all 4 of these cards, but that was because I wasn't very organized. I'm so sorry. So have a great night. I'm going to go wash the ink off my hands and post that host code. So I will see you again soon. Bye for now. Do something fun. Have a great night. Bye-bye. Now I got to figure out how to get this out so I can stop the video. Bye-bye.